Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. Why am I smiling when everything is melting down right now? So, just I guess it's a sign of the times. There's so much to talk about right now. And man, oh man, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to join the email list. A lot of people like this QR code. I got messages about that. So all you do is pull up your cell phone, take a picture of that, and it'll take you right to joining our email list. And an email goes out tomorrow. So you guys want to get that. But let's get right into it. Everything is melting down right now. We are seeing the banking system. We'll start with that. You know what's funny is I have done videos for a couple years now about the big four banks, Wells Fargo, Citibank, Chase, Bank of America, and we've talked about problems with the banks and which bank would fold, could they fold? And Wells Fargo has had such problems and been such a disastrous institution, fine after fine after fine, closing after, all these different branches. But it looks like it could be Bank of America that could be the problem. And hey buddy, how are you? Beautiful dog, just checking out everybody. But so Bank of America stock is at half of what it was a little over a year ago, and it just keeps sliding. And it could go out of business. And if you guys remember 2008, you had Bear Stearns, you had companies that went out of business as kind of a symbolic way of saying, look, we're consolidating and we're fixing this problem. Okay. You know what's crazy is the Fed, for the first time in 13 years, is laying people off. 300 people are getting laid off at the Fed. Isn't that wild to think about? Well, aren't they busier than ever? No. There's that. There's just so much to cover right now. So let's see what else. Our favorite subject is pending home sales. People want real estate to continue to shoot up, but then there's a group of people that don't want them to shoot up. And my buddy Doug, who owns a foreclosure company that does the processing, does the posting, does the auction, deals with the banks, deals with the collection, deals with everything when it comes to foreclosures, is seeing an absolute phenomenon right now. And he says, Dan, this is just something we haven't seen in years. And it's very odd that we're seeing really high-end properties right now that are having problems with getting foreclosed upon. And the interesting thing about this is that you're seeing properties well above $2 million, $3 million that are having trouble. People are having trouble paying for them. So, were they high flying and they lost everything? Who knows? Is it just something that people overpaid for the properties? Who knows? But one thing that he's seeing is that people have properties that are worth a lot of money that they don't necessarily owe a lot of money on. And he had one, he says, I got to call you about this because these people only owed $122,000 in this property and it went to auction. Oh, wow, that's too bad. No, Dan, it went to auction and sold at $1.4 million at auction. So whoever bought this thing thought that the house was worth substantially more than the original opening bid for the foreclosure auction. So just crazy, just sign of the times, guys, that you're seeing stuff like this. But one thing that we're seeing here in Southern California is these high-end houses that have really big price reductions, $200,000, $150,000. Just not uncommon at all to see this in this market. So, we have not seen year over year pending home sales at this level right now. They are 19% lower than they were a year ago. And you can sit there and say that's no big deal. That's a crash, guys. The crash has begun. The crash has started, and this is all melting down right now. Now, the real estate agents out there that are good, they put their clients into different things. Maybe it's time to wait. You do have people that have mortgages that are at 3.5%, 3%, and they don't want to sell, and they can't. They're going to sit there and wait, have to, house locked. I mean, I love all these things that people are coming up with because they can't sell the house right now because of the low interest rate and because things are at 7% now. So, mortgage news daily today, advertise, oh, it's great news. Interest rates dropped 0.5%, 0.05%. I'm like, well, what are they at? That's 7.6% right now. So enjoy, guys. Enjoy your 7.6% mortgage. If you've got gold credit and you've got an 830 FICO score and you are just, you put half down on your house. Get ready. Just get ready for what's coming. Because when you look at the average house, which I still, think about this, $438,000 for the average house. And that's a lot of money, but it's not. Here, I mean, you can't get a condo for that. You can't get a condo in a war zone for that. So, really, really fascinating stuff. So share your thoughts on this stuff so far. In our continuing stories of retail crime, there's one story that's an old story, but the person just got sentenced. So it's kind of crazy. But I love when you guys send me these stories. There was a worker at a fast food restaurant, Jack in the Box, and a man pulled up and after a long day ordered a combo with his curly fries, couple of them, and realized when he pulled away from the window that he didn't get the curly fries. And he was furious, okay? Well, the manager wasn't going to take it. She was upset. So what does she do? She starts throwing ketchup packets at him and swearing and using profanity, and I don't care, I'm not giving you the curly fries. And he was furious about this. He wanted the curly fries. He ends up throwing the bag back inside. The manager wasn't going to have it, so she pulled out her gun and just started firing out the window, ba 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 ba, and shooting at the guy's car. And the video is just amazing. It's so good because it's just the level of insanity is so high. But the woman just got sentenced for doing that. You're not allowed to be a manager of a fast food restaurant and shoot at somebody. It's just not allowed. And then the next one was here in California. Two women went to a nail salon and had a bunch of stuff done and then decided at the end they weren't going to pay. So what did they do? They grabbed $600 worth of different nail polish and different things and bailed. Ha ha, we showed you guys. Only problem was
August 12th.
the girl, one of them, decided to go back and I don't want to use her name. We'll just call her Precious. She was kind of a girthy gal. Precious decided to come back because she left her cell phone at the scene of the crime. Yes. Okay, is that great? So, needless to say, I want my phone and I'm still not going to pay. So, she got arrested for that too. So, Philadelphia, another night of crime, just chaos, and the liquor stores aren't going to open for a while. And you're going to see that. And speaking of crime, Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX, the former CEO and the Wonder Kid, the Wonder Scam artist. Anyways, good old Sammy boy, that guy went out and he was in court again filing for a motion to get out of jail. And the judge finally said, Judge Kaplan, which this is just great, said, listen, if this man is convicted, he is facing years and years and a lengthy prison sentence. And I'm like, oh, thank God they're going to nail this guy. But we're not letting him out because if it looks bleak in his trial, the likelihood that he will bail and flee are incredibly high with all his connections. So thank you, Judge Kaplan, for that one. And then there's another guy, this fat muffin man named BitBoy. BitBoy was a crypto guy who went and had crypto live streams time and again and just touted all his millions of dollars. Only BitBoy got arrested last week. And a great story, funny, because he decided to live stream going to get his Lamborghini back and he brought his mistress with him. So great story there. I may have talked about that one already, but BitBoy's the fat muffin man. Okay, anyways, I don't understand these guys that get all this money and do all this stuff and they can't eat a salad. What's that about? You know, a little fasting until noon so you lose a little weight, you know, tubbo. Anyways, so share your thoughts about this. Is it wrong to call somebody precious also? Oh. Have you guys heard of patent trolling? That is when people file fake patents or necessarily competing patents just to start litigation with somebody and get a payoff. And we're seeing a lot more people from China filing frivolous patents, and they're funded by the Chinese government. Look at this, information that's sent to me from a law firm. It's fascinating. The story's below about that. And, GDP got revised down again. Are you guys surprised? I asked a question a couple videos ago where I said, what do you think? You think this news is real or is it fake? Fake, 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 fake. And all of you think that these numbers are fake. So we're seeing crazy things like this. It's getting tougher and tougher to be in business. And the one thing that I tell everybody, which is what you should do as an individual, and that is trim the fat. Get rid of everything that you don't need. And, cut back, cut your expenses. I love, when people send me stories, hey, homeowners insurance is going up because of climate change. I called my insurance man and I asked him, I said, is this story accurate? He says, no, there's all these things that are disasters that are happening. It has to do with climate. He started laughing. I said, well, listen, the climate's been pretty good here in California. I think it's kind of unfair that you're going to raise my rates. No, Dan, it's everything that's going on. And again, there are only 2 auto insurers right now in California that will write policies. If you can get a policy for a homeowner's policy, you're very lucky if you can get that. A lot of people are going to have to go to the state program, which is an absolute scam, an absolute ripoff that they're going to have to deal with. So share your thoughts on that one right there. So you're going to see more and more of this, but it's climate change, guys. It's climate change. That girl won't go out with you because of climate change. Don't ever forget that. I just don't think we're compatible when it comes to the environment and what your role is as far as recycling. So haven't heard that one yet, but anyways, there's always the future. Okay, so share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. The Writers Guild settled its strike with all the big streaming companies and everybody that they wanted. And the story is that they got everything and then some. So let's hope that's true. If you want to read what they got, there's a great story below on that. Now, the next group to strike is the video game people that make video games, which they're worried about AI taking over and using voices and things like that. I'm telling you guys, you can sit there and whether you understand this or not, but these people are stupid if they go out and sign a deal and they don't protect themselves. It's on them, okay? It really is, because I do commercials. You guys see that stuff, and some of the stuff's on TV, some of the stuff plays in other people's YouTube channels. But the way that I get paid on that is because of what my agent set up, and it guarantees me. And I'm like, when I talk to him about this, I'm like, did these guys really go on Breaking Bad and not have that deal? Nope, Dan, never thought about it. Okay, well, that's on them. So the next group may be the video game people that may strike next. Lennar Homes, I don't know how I feel about this, because Lennar has got and again, you're seeing a lot of videos on people showing the questionable quality of new construction. And I'm not singling out any individual builder, but Lennar Homes has a tract being built all by robots, no workers. And again, this is the future. The future is you're going to not need any of us. You're just going to go out and build it. They're going to make videos. They're going to be AI videos, and you won't need Dan. You won't need any of these people to get your news or your information. But Lennar Homes is going out and they're building an entire housing tract with robots. How do you feel about that? I think it's ridiculous myself. Again, the quality of construction right now is off compared to what it was 25 years ago and 30 years ago. Houses were built better. They took more time to do it. And now because of money and how they're running out of it, they want to run through this as quick as they can. So fascinating stuff. Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones have a new album coming out for the first time, in like 2 decades, like almost 19 years, which no one cares about. But 2 things. Mick Jagger's 80 now. Hang it up, Uncle Mick. Hang it up. Okay? And Mick Jagger also sat down and said in an interview that, listen, my kids don't need any of my money, my $500 million that I have accumulated, they just don't need it. And I'm not giving it to them. And I'm always fascinated by really wealthy people that don't give their kids stuff. Again, it's, the idea, I heard Warren Buffett say this once, probably 30 years ago. The idea is to give them enough so they're comfortable, but not enough, but not too much that they can't do anything. They don't have to do anything. And I always thought that was good. So you give them a little bit. They can buy a house. They can be comfortable. They can retire, but not sit there and, do nothing. So share your thoughts on that. Mick Jagger's 80, guys. Hang it up. Oh, by the way, I saw that guy 30 years ago sing. So it gives you an idea of how old I am, too. And I would never see him. Would you guys want to see an 80-year-old Mick Jagger? It's funny. My friend's dad, who ran the foreclosure company originally, he is 85, sharp as a tack, but he doesn't drive anymore. Listen, I don't drive. I don't want the problems. I don't, so everybody shuttles him around, but he's the greatest guy to have at a meeting. He's the smartest guy. He's sharp. He's fantastic. But Jim knows when to hang it up, okay? So we could, some of our government officials, Mitch McConnell and Biden and these other, what? Okay. It's time to hang it up, guys. I always love when you guys send me stories, and Elizabeth sent me a great story about logging into Wells Fargo. And you have to agree. And she said, you know what? Dan's right. I'm going to read the terms and conditions of my account. And about 30 pages in, you agree to biometric data. You agree to eye scans, palm prints, and biodata. Biodata. What is that? Define that completely when it comes to logging into a bank account for online banking at your house. Because again, they're going to shut all the branches down. We're not going to be able to go to the branches, and you're going to have biometric data. So get ready for that. But again, thank you, Elizabeth, for sending me that. And CVS, you guys know that the pharmacists are concerned about crime and having people come in and storm them, the junkies going in there and stealing, narcotics and things like that. So they're so concerned about this in Kansas City that they staged a second day of walkouts. And 22 CVS stores were closed the last couple of days because they're done. They're done with the crime. And CVS management, CEOs, they had an all hands on meeting with these stores to say, listen, we're sorry that you guys aren't safe. Well, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You have workplace violence, because you want to get amoxicillin, when you want to get a real prescription, okay? And these degenerates are in there robbing the place. So share your thoughts on that, but the story is below on that one. And again, this is only getting worse right now. It's only getting worse. So let me know what you think about all this. Couple of Goldman Sachs stories that are pretty good. The first one was an ex-trader of Goldman Sachs was charged with insider trading and giving tips to his buddies that netted $500,000. All these people always brag. They always talk about, Tony did for me. Oh, stupid. So a lot of people are in trouble for that. Goldman Sachs also says that if a government shutdown happens, they're predicting it'll go for 3 weeks. That's awesome. I think that is fantastic, okay? And, we can talk about later what this means if the government does shut down, but I'm personally sick of this. We all have to manage our own households and our own finances, and you've got the government that can't, keep this in order. And every September this rolls around and we have these conversations, and it's a big deal that, oh my gosh, the government's out of money again. Glenn Kelman, who is the CEO of Redfin just steps forward and says that this is going to be a bleak real estate downturn, and people need to prepare themselves for the ultimate slowdown, and that things will not get better anytime soon, and people need to prepare themselves for that. If they're prepared for this, then they'll know what to expect. What does that mean? Okay, hey, things are bad. You know, you've got Glenn Kelman's now saying that things are going to take a turn down for the worst. So get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories, and great story below that you can read yourself about how everything is breaking down faster than much people thought it would. Michael Snyder put together a bunch of different scenarios as to why things are falling apart so quickly, and how, you know, how people are responding to it. And a couple things that we're seeing is, you know, mail carriers are at risk of getting robbed again. There's a guy that robbed 2 mail carriers, different people, in Miami Gardens, Florida, and did a strong arm, you know, pistol robbery to get mail, to steal mail, to get your bills, guys, okay? Hey, times are tough. Maybe he got a card in there from grandma. And, you know, and that's the other thing, is you guys send me all the letters, and Cynthia and the anonymous person that sent me the little gift. You know, I appreciate all that stuff that you guys send me. I always read the mail. It's fantastic, and I love getting it. And thank God this guy wasn't around, because he would have stolen it. Okay? So, but sign of the times, guys. And then, you know, Epic Games in North Carolina just laid off 870 people. 870 people in North Carolina. Huge, guys. It's a huge, huge amount of people that just lost their job. And you're going to see more of this. You're going to see everybody trimming costs and cutting costs right now like we've never seen before. So get ready for this. Final thing is, there's one person that tried to bring their emotional support alligator to the Philadelphia Phillies game. Now, I would have, if you guys ever get this, make sure you film it like this so I can play it on YouTube. An emotional support alligator. And the alligator's name is Wally Gator. Joey Henney owns Wally Gator, and was just upset and couldn't believe that they wouldn't let an alligator into a baseball stadium. Hello. Now, it was on a leash and the mouth was strapped, but yeah, you know, start drinking, having a few beers, and all of a sudden, hey, let me pet the alligator. Let me hold the alligator. Hey, I want to get a selfie. You know, like that woman that wanted to get a selfie with the buffalo. You're going to want to get a selfie with Wally Gator. Okay? Maybe they'd play better. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, you guys want to join the email list? Click right there, guys. You can join the email list. And onward and upward. I will see you guys very soon. An email's going out this weekend, so you guys don't want to miss that. Okay? Thanks for watching iAllegedly. I don't know why I'm in such a good mood with all this bad news. It's kind of funny. So share your thoughts and all that, okay? See you guys very soon.